The next parasite in the series is Wuchereria bancrofti. Wuchereria bancrofti, causative agent of filaria, commonly known as threadworm or the filarial worm. There are 8 species of this filaria: Wuchereria bancrofti, Microfilaria malayi, Microfilaria timori. These 3 infect the lymphatics and are known as lymphatic filariasis, causative agent of lymphatic filariasis. The next 2, that is Microfilaria loa, Microfilaria volvulus. They infect subcutaneous tissues and causative agent of subcutaneous filariasis, of which this loa causes calabar swelling and allergy, whereas volvulus causes lesion in the eye and also causes dermatitis, inflammation of the subcutaneous. There is one more, Microfilaria streptocera. This also comes under subcutaneous filariasis. This streptocera, it infects the skin. The other 2, Microfilaria ozardi and this persistens. These 2 are non-pathogenic in nature and they live in the serous cavity. This Wuchereria bancrofti was first studied in India by Sushruta in 600 BC. Then the microbiologist Wucher was first to demonstrate this parasite in Kailas urine in 1868. Therefore, the name has been given as Wuchereria. Bancroft was another scientist who first studied the presence of Wuchereria in female culex. Female culex, that is a mosquito. इसलिए इसका नाम bancrofti भी रखा गया. There was one more scientist, Manson, who studied the nocturnal periodicity of this worm. He studied this in peripheral blood. According to Manson, this particular parasite comes in the peripheral blood. The infective stage comes to the peripheral blood when the patient is in deep sleep. If the patient changes its routine, that instead of night the patient sleeps in the day, the parasite will come into the peripheral blood in the daytime. Okay. There are 2 hosts. One is man, another is culex, female culex mosquito. In the man, it lives in the lymph node, sacral, inguinal, and abdominal. Root of infection is through mosquito bite. In human being, three forms can be seen. One is the adult worm, another is embryo. Embryo is known as microfilaria, and if this microfilaria is present inside a sheath, it is known as sheathed embryo. Okay, that is embryo inside the sheath. Coming to the morphology of the parasite, this parasite is distributed worldwide. Worldwide distribution is seen and mainly present in tropical and subtropical of Asia, Africa, and South America. Coming to the morphology that is seen inside man, they are present in the lymph node, and in this lymph node they can live for more than 6 months. Okay, the mature worm. Mature worm is a female worm which is larger and a male worm which is smaller, but these two worms, they remain coiled to each other and it is difficult to separate them. These male and female worms are present in the lymph node, abdominal, inguinal, and testicular lymph node. This is the female, this is male. They are present in a coiled fashion. These male and female, once the female gets fertilized, becomes gravid, is ovoviviparous in nature, and it may lay about 50,000 of sheathed embryo per day. The life of these worms are 10 to 15 years in one host. The incubation period is 8 to 16 months. Now, whenever the female gets fertilized, it lays down sheathed embryo. This sheathed embryo is known as microfilaria, and this microfilaria has a blunt anterior end and tapering posterior end. This is the sheath of the microfilaria. These sheaths measure about 600 to 700 μm in size. Inside this sheath is present the embryo, again having a broad anterior end, broad anterior end and a tapering posterior end, leaving some hollow spaces both the ends so that this parasite can move to and fro within this sheath. The size of the parasite is 250 to 300 μm. Size of the parasite is 250 to 300 μm. और शीथ जो है वो बड़ा रहता है, कवरिंग बड़ी रहती है, पैरासाइट छोटा रहता है, जिससे कि पैरासाइट हैज़ अ फ्री मूवमेंट आगे और पीछे, ये एंटीरियर एंड पोस्टीरियर फॉरवर्ड एंड बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में मूव कर सकता है. अनदर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर, जो जितने भी इसके सेल्स हैं, द सेल्स आर प्रेजेंट इन ग्रैन्युलर पैटर्न. और ये जो ग्रैन्युलर सेल्स हैं, दिस आर नॉट प्रेजेंट इन दिस पोर्शन. दिस पोर्शन इज क्लियर एंड क्लीन. दिस क्लियर एंड क्लीन पोर्शन इज नोन एज cephalic space. जितने भी इसके इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स हैं, दे आर प्रेजेंट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ रिंग. These all are known as somatic cells. The first ring that is present is known as nuclei. The next one that is present here is the nerve ring. After nerve ring is present G spot that represents the genitals, and then is present two more rings. One is known as anterior V spot that represents the excretory pore, and posterior V spot that represents cloaca or the anal pore. Here this portion is known as the tail. These are the somatic cells and these are the rings. ये cephalic space जहाँ पे कोई भी somatic cells नहीं पाया जाता है. These are all the somatic cells. First ring is a nuclei, then nerve ring, then genital ring, excretory ring, and the anal ring. And this is the tail part. This particular form is laid down by the female worm, and this form is present in the peripheral blood. Of man. Whenever the patient sleeps in either night or day, अगर वो रात को सोते हैं, then this particular form microfilaria comes into the peripheral blood during night time. If the patient sleeps in daytime, this filaria comes to the peripheral blood in the daytime. Okay. Whenever it is not present in the peripheral blood, they take rest, or if the patient is awake, जब patient जाग रहा होता है तो they take rest in lung capillaries, in kidney, and sometimes they reach heart and of course blood vessel. ये 4-5 जगह है जहाँ पे कि ये रेस्ट करते हैं तब जब पेशेंट जाग रहा होता है. whenever the patient is in active mode, these particular form of filaria, that is microfilaria, is seen in lung capillaries, kidney, heart and blood vessel. Otherwise, if the patient is in sleep, it comes to the peripheral blood. From here it is picked up by the mosquito. The capacity, that is 15 microfilaria per drop of blood is present. Okay, it is taken up by the mosquito. It reaches to the stomach of mosquito. There it comes out, leaves the sheath and comes out and becomes a worm. Okay, it takes about 2 to 6 hours, and this phenomena is known as egg sheathing. पेशेंट सोया, मॉस्किटो ने बाइट किया, मॉस्किटो के स्टमक में गया, कौन सा पार्ट, माइक्रोफाइलेरिया. ये माइक्रोफाइलेरिया स्टमक में जा कर के सबसे पहले शीथ में से निकलता है, इसको कहते हैं एक्स शीथिंग. एक्स शीथिंग के बाद ये पेनिट्रेट करता है. दिस वी आर टॉकिंग इनसाइड द मॉस्किटो. पेनिट्रेट द स्टमक वॉल and it reaches thoracic muscle. In thoracic muscle, it undergoes metamorphosis within 2 days. Metamorphosis होने से it converts into second stage larva. First stage larva. In this first stage larva, within 7 days, it undergoes first molting followed by second molting, and it develops into second stage larva. Takes rest for 7 days and it develops its internal structure. Once it develops its internal structure, that is known as the third stage larva. This third stage larva is motile. और ऐसा लार्वा, once it becomes third stage, it comes to the proboscis of mosquito, and this mosquito having this form, that is third stage larva of Wuchereria bancrofti, if it bites, it releases the filaria on the skin. या तो बाइट के साथ अंदर छोड़ देता है या फिर वो ऊपर ही छोड़ देंगे. इफ इट इज लेफ्ट आउट ऑन द आउटसाइड ऑफ द स्किन, दिस worm has the capacity to penetrate the skin and comes inside, reaches its habitat through blood circulation, then lymphatic से it reaches the lymph node, that is it reaches through circulation, it reaches lymphatics से पहुंच जाता है lymph node, abdominal, inguinal and testicular. There it takes rest, 6 months rest. It takes about 6 months to convert into adult male and female worm, and this male and female worm will again fertilize. Female will get fertilized and it will give birth to the microfilaria. Okay. In this sense, the sexual part is in the man, so man acts as a definitive host and mosquito acts as a intermediate host. Okay, now this is a life cycle. Male and female worm remain coiled together in the lymph node, abdominal, inguinal and testicular lymph node. There they can remain in one host, they can remain for 10 to 15 years. Female gets fertilized and gives birth to a sheathed embryo. This embryo is 600 to 700 μm. Having a sheath, embryo is 250 to 300 μm. Somatic cells is present. the sheath inside the sheath, it can move forward or backward. Hollow space is seen in the anterior part known as cephalic space. The internal organs are present in the form of ring, nerve ring, nuclei, nerve ring, genital ring, excretory ring, and the anal ring. Okay, if this particular form is taken up by the mosquito during night sleep, this mosquito comes to the peripheral blood, mosquito bites, takes up the this microfilaria, exudating happens in the stomach. From stomach it reaches thoracic muscle, there it develops into first stage, second stage, and third stage larva. Third stage larva has all the internal organs. It goes to the proboscis of the mosquito, mosquito bites, and again it reaches the skin. स्किन में अगर ये बाहर छूट जाते हैं तो ये स्किन को पेनिट्रेट करके अंदर आ जाते हैं. स्किन से सर्कुलेशन, सर्कुलेशन से पहुंच जाते हैं लिम्फैटिक्स, और लिम्फैटिक्स से पहुंच जाते हैं lymph nodes. Coming to the pathogenesis, pathogenesis is very very important. Filaria का pathogenesis of filarial worm. जो कैरियर्स होते हैं और द पर्सन दैट कैरीज और हार्बर्स फाइलेरिया may have 20,000 microfilaria per ml of blood. These filaria, they release body protein in lymphatics. This may cause hypersensitivity or irritation, inflammation. These worms can block lymph node and blood vessel and may lead to allergic inflammatory reaction to the antigens that are produced by the worm. We can see the lymph node becomes infiltrated with macrophages, eosinophil, lymphocytes, and plasma. This may cause endothelial hyperplasia, where the lumen becomes lumens of the vessels becomes thick. That may cause dilation of lymph node. जो worm है, once the worm is inside the lymph node, it may cause granuloma formation. It may cause scarring, and it may cause calcification of lymph node. Calcification of lymph node. Due to inflammation, it may damage walls of lymph vessels. It can cause increased permeability of lymphatic vessels that may cause leakage of protein rich lymph inside the tissues. These are the proteins that are secreted by the worm. ये worm lymph node में secrete होते हैं, तो it damages the wall, increases the permeability, and the leakage may come into the tissues also. This may also lead to hard pitting, or it is also known as Brownie edema of filariasis. This may also lead to secondary bacterial infection. We may also see occult filariasis and clinical filariasis. The patient may also show low-grade fever, pruritus. Secondary bacterial infection is also seen. Occult filariasis, clinical filariasis are the characteristic thing of this Wuchereria bancrofti. Low-grade fever with pruritus and urticaria is also seen in the patient. The patient also shows lymph adenitis, lymphangitis. The fever that it produces is known as filarial fever. Having this filarial fever shows a rigor pattern also, मीन्स एपिसोड्स में, और शिवरिंग भी देखने को मिलता है. लिम्फ एंजियोवारिक्स, दैट इज dilation of lymph vessels. Lymphorrhagia, that is rupture of lymph vessel. Hydrocele is seen, that is the most common manifestation of filariasis, where the accumulation of fluid occurs. This accumulation of fluid occurs due to obstruction in the lymph node. Why obstruction is there? Because the parasite is residing there, and also due to exudation from inflamed testes and epididymis. इसके कारण हाइड्रोसेल इज प्रोड्यूस्ड. ये जो फ्लूइड रहता है, दिस फ्लूइड इज यूजुअली क्लियर एंड इज स्ट्रॉ कलर्ड, ब्राउनिश कलर का होता है. Another pathogenesis, this fluid that is clear and straw color, अगर इसको स्टैंडिंग रख देंगे, then it becomes cloudy, milky. This hydrocele may be unilateral or it may become bilateral also. It is small in size in early stages and it becomes large as the onset goes on. Okay, The largest reported hydrocele till date is over 100 kilograms. They also show lymph edema. Okay, these are the clinical features: lymphadenitis, lymphedema, lymphanginitis, filarial fever showing rigors and episodes, lymphangiovarics where dilation of lymph vessel occurs, lymphorrhagia where rupture of lymph vessels occurs, and hydrocele, that is accumulation of fluid in the testes due to exudates from the inflamed testes and epididymis, and obstruction in the lymph node, जो कि छोटे साइज़ के होते हैं, बाद में बड़े हो जाते हैं, यूनिलैटरल एक तरफ भी हो सकते हैं, दोनों को भी इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हैं. दे आर क्लियर स्ट्रॉ कलर एंड दे आर हीमोरेजिक ऑल्सो. Okay, the next characteristic feature, this is one of the important feature, one of the characteristic feature is elephantiasis. Elephantiasis. In elephantiasis, actually due to repeated lymphadenitis, repeated lymphadenitis that we studied here, there is obstruction and lymphadenitis, obstruction and lymph edema. The lymph exudate starts accumulating and it stimulates the connective tissue hypertrophy. एलिफेंटियासिस मतलब रिपीटेड लिम्फेजिनाइटिस के कारण एंड ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन है लिम्फ नोड में, लिम्फ एडिमा है, स्वेलिंग है लिम्फ नोड में, उसके कारण जो लिम्फ नोड का एक्सुडेट का जो एक्यूमुलेशन है उसके कारण कनेक्टिव टिश्यू हाइपरट्रॉफी का स्टिमुलेट हो जाता है ना, एंड हाइपरप्लेजिया अकर्स. जिस भी पार्ट में ये हो रहा है, जिस भी ऑर्गन में ये होता है, उस दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट और द ऑर्गन गेट्स enlarged and swelled. अगर ये स्किन में होता है तो स्किन becomes coarse and warts develops. क्रैक्स दिखने लगते हैं स्किन में. ओके, shall I repeat? Elephantiasis, that is due to